What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City live stream, where today we're going to be doing the live watch-along of Manchester City's game against Liverpool in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this live watch-along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then please do subscribe to my channel. We're now less than 400 subs away from my goal of 42,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on the video. We are aiming for 100 likes. We're already more than a quarter of the way to our goal. We're on 26 likes. It means we need 74 more, so any help towards that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the live chat as well whilst we've got that rolling, including your score predictions for today's game and also what or where you are tuning in from as well. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links, which you can find in the description or on the yellow banner at the bottom if you want to go and search for me and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Finally, today's video and live stream is brought to you by SofaScore once more. Remember, they're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores along with the latest match information, team news, statistics and so much more. Not just limited to football, but got you guys covered with all of the sports that you guys love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. It is a free app to download, very highly rated, so do go and check it out. Anyone that does download using my link in the description or the link in the live chat or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. I've got my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you guys right now. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring this live stream. So, before I do have a look at the team news, and I've had a quick glance whilst the intro is rolling, and we will speak more about the teams, including about Erling Haaland and Ruben Dias. I do want to just say a big warm welcome to you guys for tuning in. Albert, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Kushao, I hope I've said your name correctly, says we don't have any official news about Erling Haaland. He picked up a knock a couple of weeks ago. It ruled him out against Real Madrid for the away match. So he played against Newcastle last weekend, didn't play against Real Madrid in the Champions League. They had him on the bench, and obviously City were going to run a fitness test on him ahead of today's game and have not even included him in the squad. So I presume that this little niggling injury that he's got, I think, to his knee is ruling him out of this game. And I'm going to presume that with the tight turnaround of games that we've got, I don't think he's going to be available for the Spurs game away midweek on Wednesday. I think he's going to be given a full rest for Manchester City's game against Plymouth Argyle at home in the FA Cup next weekend. Potentially he could be available after that for the final two games before they hit the international break, including games against Nottingham Forest away from home in the Premier League and Brighton and Hove Albion at home in the Premier League before we head into the March international break. So I imagine maybe for another week or 2 weeks or so, I don't think we're going to see too much of Erling Haaland. In terms of Ruben Dias not playing or starting in today's game, could be tactical, could be because Ruben Dias is carrying a little injury, and I think City just want to try and manage their centre-backs as best as they can, because we know we've not got Manuel Akanji or John Stones until at least the middle of April. So I expect several times, certainly over the next 3 or 4 games, until Man City end up, because we've gone out the Champions League playing every week rather than every 3 to 4 days, I expect City are going to be rotating Nathan Ake and Ruben Dias just to try and keep them fit. So Ruben Dias started against Real Madrid. Nathan Ake gets the nod here. Ruben Dias doesn't. Against Spurs, I suspect Ruben Dias will be given the nod, and Nathan Ake will sit that one out. And then I imagine we'll have full rotation in place for the Plymouth game, and then hopefully, touch wood, be good to go in terms of our centre-backs. One thing I am expecting, though, because of this injury to John Stones and also Akanji, means plenty of minutes available for the likes of Rico Lewis, Matheus Nunes, and also Cody Khusanov, and I suspect we may be seeing some more regular minutes of Vitor Reis as well. O'Shane, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Reckons Liverpool going to annihilate Manchester City today. Obviously, I'm not too sure if you're a Liverpool fan or not, but everybody, welcome here on the JSGC channel. So much appreciated. Thank you for tuning in. Michael, thanks for tuning in, cheering on Manchester City today as well. We've also got All Things Football. Thank you for tuning in. We do have Omar Marmoush starting as Manchester City's lone striker. It's very attacking. I'll speak more about the teams in just one moment. Kenny, thanks for tuning in. Reckons a KDB masterclass. We could really do with a KDB masterclass. That is for sure. Adrian, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Says it'll be interesting to see how City do without Erling Haaland. If they do well, he reckons that Pep may consider dropping him in certain games. That's just it. Erling Haaland started every single Premier League and Champions League game right up until that game against Real Madrid in midweek. Now he's doing back-to-back games where he's not starting or featuring for Manchester City. He's an injury-prone player. He's obviously been playing with some injuries, and I don't think Man City want to take the risk. If Erling Haaland doesn't play a game for Manchester City until after the March international break, in my opinion, I'm absolutely fine with that. It's always going to happen when you're playing so many competitive games through August, September, October, November, December, January, and into February. It's going to happen. You're going to pick up injuries. You're going to be carrying knocks. You're going to be playing through the pain barrier. It's difficult, really difficult. But it's just something that City have to manage. It's why Man City have decided to do some business in January and bring Omar Marmoush in, that if Erling Haaland isn't available or he needs to be rotated or he needs a rest, then you've got a really good striker who's able to come in and take over the reins. Now, I'd prefer to have Erling Haaland and Omar Marmoush available together, because I think that any team in world football would struggle to contain Haaland and Omar Marmoush. But it's just unfortunate that in the couple of games where we have seen it and City have looked at their scintillating best, that it's just a bit frustrating that we're on the cusp here for City, where, to me, win our next 2 or 3 Premier League games in a row, and I think City are near enough dead certs for Champions League football for next season, and it makes our business end of the season after the international break much more manageable. But that's not how football works. You've got to take things a game at a time. We're looking here at potential champions-elect Liverpool. Did a real good job on us at Anfield earlier in the season. Manchester City, they've got nothing to lose to take the game to Liverpool. I think that's why they've gone with such an attacking team. Savinho, Doku, Omar Marmoush, Foden, De Bruyne, Nico, all starting today for Manchester City. Kenny reckons some mistakes coming down the Liverpool left-hand side with Robertson. Interesting, could well happen. City and Leeds fan channel, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated as well. Kawami, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Also, big thank you to Bella for tuning in as well. Ruben Dias, he's on the bench. I think City are just rotating to what's happening there. Going with a 3-2 prediction today. Daniel going in with a 3-3 draw for today. Lots of high-scoring predictions out there. I like it. I do. I like it a lot. Adrian, thanks for tuning in. Farmy, thanks for tuning in. Erling Haaland, I presume, still got his knock. Scott, thanks for tuning in. Says, worried about our attack, hoping it's not going to be Foden out on the wing and Savinho possibly going through the middle. We'll have a look at the teams in just one moment. I will speak more about that in just one moment. Bakodia, thanks for tuning in, cheering on Abdukodir Khusanov, of course. I presume tuning in from Uzbekistan, so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Kartik, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated as well. Renel, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Jamie, thank you for tuning in. I presume a Liverpool fan. It says, come on, you Reds. Cheering on Mohamed Salah, of course. Got the Battle of the Egyptians. Omar Marmoush leading the Manchester City line. And Mo Salah playing in Liverpool's attack as well. Will we see any of the Egyptian players scoring goals? I imagine it could well be a case for me. So we will see. Scott says, Sky is saying that we're going 4-1-4-1. If it's going to be 4-1-4-1, so it'll be Marmoush leading the line. I'm going to presume that you'll see Savinho on the right, Doku on the left, Foden and De Bruyne starting as City's 2 central midfielders, behind them Nico, and then a straight back four, Rico Lewis on the right, Josko Gvardiol on the left, and Cody Khusanov and Nathan Ake as City's 2 centre-backs, with Ederson starting in goal. All Things Football reckons close game, 3-2 Manchester City today. Raheem, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated, welcome. Mudgy, thanks for tuning in as well. much appreciated. Says, I'm screaming at them for the Madrid game. Didn't have more possession and play more possession game. I think we've just got to put the Madrid game to the back of our mind. It did, the first 5 minutes did Manchester City, as far as I'm concerned. John Stones going off injured and conceding the goal with the first attack that Real Madrid had just kind of took the tie away from Manchester City, and they had no answers in dealing with Kylian Mbappe. Liverpool have been watching that, and they'll be thinking the likes of Mohamed Salah, etc., etc. They're going to try and pull strings on Manchester City today. So that's what we've got to be really weary of. Adrian, I've checked out some of the clips from that interesting chat between Neil Warnock and Pep Guardiola. If anyone hasn't checked it out, go and check it out. It is a funny one. Jamie reckons 3-2 Liverpool. Kartik reckons 3-1 to Liverpool today. Ian, thanks for tuning in, says not feeling the starting lineup. I can see where you're coming from. I'll speak more about the teams in literally just 1 minute. Kenny reckons 4-1 to Manchester City today. I like the positivity there. The Tiger Bear reckons 2-1 to Manchester City as well. Drealistic, thanks for tuning in, says this formation, it's like it'll give us what more can we look. Well, it's going to be attacking. It's going to leave space. It's going to be attacking. I think we've got to score first, looking at the lineup. For me, there's no going back. We've got to attack, got to take the game to Liverpool. There is nothing to lose. We did a real good game against Chelsea and against Newcastle, where we decided to attack, play football and take the game to them and get them onto the back foot. If we can get them onto the back foot, get the opening goal, give Liverpool something to think about, then City can go from there. And as Paul says, raise the tempo. That's so important for City to have control of the game, control of the tempo, control of the possession, control of the football. And that's something we really struggled with against Real Madrid. And ultimately, we had control of that for, 85 minutes at the Etihad Stadium. Lost control towards the end due to injuries, fatigue, lack of concentration, etc., etc., and just never regained control from that second leg. And ultimately now, where we are out of the Champions League, Corey reckons 2-1 to Manchester City today. If we do lose, it's not the end of the world. To me, it's all about what happens between this game and the Spurs game. I feel like with how the results have gone this weekend, we've got a bit of leeway. It's not the end of the world if we lose today. A draw, actually, I think would be a pretty good result for City today. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, do go and check out today's video sponsor, guys, brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring this live stream. Watchalong, do go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. Also, don't forget, subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget social media links too there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We're only 12 likes now away from 50. Can we get to halfway to my like goal at 50 likes before the game even kicks off? That would be much appreciated. Managed it on the last live stream, so can we do it for this one as well? Any help towards that would be great, and do let me know your score prediction and also where you're tuning in from today in the live chat. That would be much appreciated. Mudgy reckons that we're going to be playing better with O'Reilly rather than Nico. He's got more physicality. If we were to go with O'Reilly, though, he more, when we see him in defence, he tends to go on the left rather than the right. We could go with O'Reilly into midfield, but you go with O'Reilly in midfield, who drops out? Foden, De Bruyne, because they're not going to drop Nico Gonzalez. So how would that work? How would that work? Do let me know. And thank you very much, Jamie. Much appreciated. Kenny says, yeah, we win the Prem if Liverpool don't stay humble. Liverpool aren't going to let it slip. They're not going to let it slip for me. Arsenal dropping points yesterday, I think, is the final nail in Arsenal's coffin. I didn't see Arsenal winning the Premier League anyway. Arsenal do what Arsenal do best. Anyway, today's video sponsor, SofaScore. I'm going to be... You guys aren't going to like this. I'm going to be extra negative. I said to you guys in my preview, Haaland starts and Marmoush starts. I'm positive I go 3-1 Manchester City. Haaland doesn't start. We're going with the lone striker. If City can score a goal today, I think I think City can get a result. We score first. I think Liverpool score first. I see Liverpool winning this one, and I want to jinx it. I'm going Liverpool win this game for me. 60% of SofaScore users agree. 13% with the draw, just 27% with the Manchester City win. 170,000 people have voted on SofaScore. Even the odds, Liverpool favourites for this game. It's a blow. It's a blow not having Erling Haaland. We have Erling Haaland. I look at Liverpool's lineup. They're lining up today with a 4-2-3-1 formation. It keeps the likes of Konate and Van Dijk quiet, having Haaland, because they've got to man-mark him out the game. We find a way to give more freedom and more space for Marmoush to have an impact on the game. Marmoush is going to struggle in terms of the physicality. Van Dijk and Konate are very strong players. It's going to take Manchester City to be at their cynical, clinical best to get a result for me today. So we'll see. I do think there are some weaknesses to Liverpool, in particular fullback positions. Robertson, I don't think, has had his best season for Liverpool. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, whilst I rate him, I think he's a brilliant attacking fullback and he will want to get forward. If we can make this a case about him having to defend, could struggle. Although every time he comes to the Etihad Stadium, I feel like he's always making compliments about Manchester City, saying the atmosphere is good, he enjoys playing here, he likes the way that Manchester City play. So I get mixed messages from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool's midfield, very much a Liverpool kind of midfield. Gravenberch, Mac Allister, Szoboszlai, a good midfield, lots of legs, lots of runners in there that City, it's no surprise, have decided to pack out the midfield to try and deal with that. There are some problems in attack. I know Curtis Jones starts on the left. He could still cause Manchester City problems, and I think Curtis Jones going one-on-one with Rico Lewis will fancy his chances, but I feel like the main attacking threats for Liverpool definitely coming from Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side. Luis Diaz leading the line for Liverpool today in place of Darwin Nunez, because I've seen that Darwin Nunez has ended up making himself a meme, so he doesn't start today. But there's precision, there's pace, there's accuracy there. Keep Mo Salah quiet, man-mark him out the game. Him going one-on-one with Josko Gvardiol. Kylian Mbappe did a brilliant job on Josko Gvardiol midweek, and Mo Salah will be rubbing his hands at that, as will Luis Diaz. So very, very, very difficult that for Manchester City to try and deal with. Now, Liverpool, led by head coach Arne Slot, got a pretty strong bench. Kelleher, Tsimikas, Quansah, Endo, Elliott, Nunez, Chiesa, Jota, Gakpo. Lots of quality there on the bench. Cody Gakpo just come back from injury, so doesn't start today for Liverpool. I'm surprised they've not gone with Jota and decided to go with Curtis Jones instead. Might be tactical, might be going with the extra midfielder. We'll have to wait and see. Doesn't really surprise me that Darwin Nunez doesn't start, but Liverpool missing a couple of players, Joe Gomez at the back, and also missing Connor Bradley as well. But if they can keep their defenders fit, then I don't think Liverpool will be too concerned about Manchester City. So it's difficult. To me, this is the most difficult home game that we have all season. I look at who the creme de la creme, who are the best teams in the Premier League, and I look at Manchester City and I think who can compete with Manchester City, who can go toe for toe with us and do a job on us. And there's only the select few that if Man City can put in a 10 out of 10 performance, to me would beat everybody. If we end up putting in an 8 out of 10 performance or a 9 out of 10 performance, there are teams who can hit the level that City can get to and more. There aren't many, but Liverpool are one of them, Arsenal are the other. So it's going to take a brilliant performance today. I hope that City can do it. I really do. I'm just not too sure about if they can or not. Mudgy, big thank you for becoming the latest member of the JSGC channel. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for becoming a member. You will get access to use custom stickers and emojis and get a little badge next to your name for the live stream. So much appreciated, Mudgy, and welcome to the club. Big shout out to you helping to support the future content created here on my channel. A big welcome to Planet Ball as well. Thank you for tuning in. Says a draw. Could be a draw. It was a draw last season, 1-1. So you might not be too far off. Also, warm welcome to lovely Julia tuning in once more as well. Give it your all. It's all we ask for. It's what I asked for against Real Madrid. Have a go. Give it your best shot. You go out, you go out. I didn't think City gave it their best shot on Wednesday, and I want City to learn them lessons going into today's game. If we can get a good result here today, we can go third with a win. So that's got to be the aim. That is the aim here for me. Manchester City then. We're lining up today, 4-2-3-1 formation. Ederson starts in goal. Rico Lewis on the right. Khusanov and Ake as the two centre-backs. Josko Gvardiol goes on the left. It's going to be Nico Gonzalez in defensive midfield. Further ahead of him, you're going to have Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden playing behind striker Omar Marmoush. We could see Omar Marmoush dropping into space, and if that's the case, the likes of Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne are potentially occupying as Manchester City's striker. Jeremy Doku goes on the left and Savinho on the right. So there's plenty of pace there that Manchester City could try and utilise, but I just think Liverpool are looking at Man City's defence and thinking, Rico Lewis, no Ruben Dias, no John Stones, no experienced Akanji. We're going to have a pop at that, and Man City have to try and deal with that. So we'll see. We will see. On the bench for Manchester City today, led by manager Pep Guardiola, you've got Stefan Ortega, Ruben Dias, Vitor Reis, Bernardo Silva, Mateo Kovacic, Jack Grealish, Matheus Nunes, Ilkay Gundogan, and James McAtee. Manchester City missing a fair few players, including Rodri, Akanji, John Stones, Oscar Bob, and Erling Haaland, as well as the players make their way out of the tunnel and onto the pitch, ready and set for today's game at a very windy and wet Etihad Stadium. Might be worthwhile, as I said in the Real Madrid game, greasy surface. Zip some shots, low shots at the keeper. Try and cause some problems. That's what we've got to be looking for. Amelia, thanks for tuning in. Seamus, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So, guys, we're just 5 likes away from 50. It's the aim before kickoff. Kickoff just a couple of minutes away, so please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Do subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to get your score predictions in the live chat and also where everybody is tuning in from today. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to Adrian, who's left a thumbs up. We're now just 3 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, everybody. So, how are we all feeling? I've got my own poll rolling in the chat. 67% of you guys reckon a win for City today. 17% going with a Liverpool win and 16% going with a draw. So do get your votes in for what you think today's result's going to be. I will end that poll upon kickoff for today's game, as we're now just 2 likes away from 50. Can we get to 50? Can we make it happen? I'm just having a look at Liverpool's midfield compared with City's ageing midfield, and the likes of Szoboszlai, Mac Allister, Gravenberch. I imagine Curtis Jones will be doing some running as well. It's going to cause City some problems, in particular going up against some ageing legs. They'll look at City's midfield. De Bruyne there, captain for City today. They might be sensing that's where they want to do the running. We'll see. We will see. Peter, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. As we get a close-up of Mo Salah, ready and waiting for today's game. Sky doing a little bit of an Egyptian build-up. Omar Marmoush going toe-for-toe with Mo Salah, as we're now just 1 like away from 50, so any help towards that would be great. Near enough kickoff time here at the Etihad Stadium. In the game earlier on today, you had Newcastle taking on Nottingham Forest. That finished Newcastle 4, Nottingham Forest 3 in a very entertaining game at St James's Park, with Chelsea losing in a last-gasp winner from Aston Villa yesterday. Does mean things are very tight at the race for the Champions League football for next season. City know a win today and we go into 3rd place. Newcastle hot on City's tail. level on points with us before we have kick-off for today's game. Bournemouth just a point behind City, as a Chelsea. Aston Villa only 1 win behind City. Brighton, Fulham, they'll fancy the chances. So still very tight when it comes to Champions League football. So the sooner we can get these points and 3 points in the bag, the better, as far as I am concerned. As we do get kick-off for today's game. Liverpool playing in all red. Red shirt, red shorts, red socks, attacking from right to left. Manchester City in their home shirt, sky blue shirts, white shorts, navy blue socks, attacking from left to right. City attacking the south stand here first in the first half. Liverpool attacking the family stand, the north stand, which will be renovated and should be ready, I think, in time for the start of the 2025-2026 season, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think. I can't remember if is it next season or the season after, so I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong on that, as too heavy of a pass that, and that will go out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City, as we do hit 50 likes, so we're halfway to our like goal of 100 likes, so a big thank you to everybody that has left a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. I'm going to end the poll in just 1 second. We're on 99 votes, and I don't like 99 votes, so if somebody could please have a vote on that if you haven't already and get it to 100, that'd be absolutely brilliant. I like a round number, and 99's not a round number. Liverpool have a shot blocked well by Rico Lewis. City come forward on the counter-attack into the Liverpool half, and the first chance for City to get forward in the first 90 seconds of this game. Here is Rico Lewis then to Khusanov. Khusanov to Nathan Ake. It does look a bit disjointed, City's back line. It's not a back line we've seen at any point this season. I don't know what impact that might have on this game. We'll see. Nico Gonzalez manages to find his pass to Savinho. Here's De Bruyne in a bit of space. He's going to go first time. Manages to get it across, and it's going to be an early corner. An early corner for Manchester City, which is good. It's good. Okay, chance here then to get some of the big players forward. Khusanov, I'm sure, will be in there. Josko Gvardiol. Nathan Ake, very good in the air. Put a good quality ball into the box. Phil Foden to take for City. So, way too central, that. I mean, I'm surprised Alisson's not caught it. He should have caught it. He had time and space to have caught that ball. I don't know why he's decided to punch it. And City have got the ball once more. De Bruyne manages to put a ball in. And block comes in from Virgil van Dijk. And that's going to be another corner then for Manchester City. Can City do something from this corner? That is the question. Another corner comes in. It's very central again. And this time Alisson does decide to learn his lesson. And he won't fist it clear this time. He'll catch it and he'll make sure that Liverpool can have possession when, to me, needlessly given away there to Manchester City, which potentially could have led to a goal. Liverpool just knocking it round at the back. Konate works it to Van Dijk on the left. Liverpool will come forward. Quite interesting. It looks like Phil Foden at the moment leading the line for Manchester City. Omar Marmoush playing just behind Foden. That's interesting. Really interesting. Here is Dominic Szoboszlai then for Liverpool. Plays a nice 1-2 with Salah. It's going to be worked to the left where Luis Diaz collects the ball. He's going to get the overlap of Robertson. It's got Jones in the middle, along with Salah. It's a good interception from Josko Gvardiol. Here's Doku. Good to see Doku starting, by the way. Just sidesteps past Trent Alexander-Arnold. Real good work from Jeremy Doku. Yeah, I agree, Seamus. It's been a nice, bright start from Manchester City. Liverpool tried to make something happen in the first 90 seconds. Since then, City have managed to get a good grip onto the game and need to try and build on it now, hopefully. There's a guy on the steps. The steward's going to come and move that guy from the steps now. Anyway, it's Jeremy Doku. On the left, plays the ball into Omar Marmoush. Foden's in the middle. It's a good clearance there from Virgil van Dijk. Here is Rico Lewis for Manchester City then. Plays the ball to Nico. He's looking for time and space. He has to play it back to Khusanov, back to Nico Gonzalez. He's just going to chip a ball in looking for Marmoush. He's just a little bit too much on the pass, and Marmoush just passes it back to Jeremy Doku. I think the offside flag's gone up. Adrian, you and me both. You and me both. Don't get me started on Man City's corners. We hired a set-piece coach in the summer. It's really paid dividends, hasn't it, for City this season, that set-piece coach. I don't know who they hired, but yeah. I get to watch how good Liverpool and Arsenal are on set-pieces, and yeah. Anyway, here's Konate for Liverpool to Mo Salah. It's a poor giveaway from Salah there, and he thinks he's playing for Egypt. Passes the ball to Omar Marmoush, and there's Omar Marmoush just passing to Luis Diaz. Bit sloppy there from both sides. Here's Luis Diaz then for Liverpool to Robertson on the left. Curtis Jones having to drop pretty deep to receive the ball. In the end, Liverpool managed just to knock the ball, and here's Konate. A ball comes into Luis Diaz. So interesting they've gone with Luis Diaz on the left rather than through the middle. Can he get it across? And he's a greasy surface out there. He slips. This is why I said have some low shots in at the keeper, because it's greasy. It's wet. Weather's grim today. Really grim. It's windy. It's cold. It's wet. I mean, the temperatures are like 11, 12 degrees in February. You're thinking, ooh, flip-flops and shorts weather here in the UK. It's warm, but with how wet and windy it is, you know, it probably feels like minus temperatures, to be honest. Foden is going to get a free kick there from Virgil van Dijk. So, with 48 likes from 100, so any help towards that, I'd be much appreciated. Do subscribe and do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Peter, I'm sure the weather will be much nicer in Lanzarote than it is in Manchester right now. Much nicer. Long punt forward from City. That's really, really good work from Omar Marmoush on Gravenberch, and gets the ball for Manchester City. Here's Omar Marmoush. He's going to line up a shot here, and it's a good block from Konate. De Bruyne picks up the pieces. Here is Rico Lewis now to Savinho. Here's Phil Foden. Have a shot, Phil. Have a shot. Doesn't really get much power behind it, and it's a shot on target. It asks the question of Alisson. If there is to be shots on target, though, they are the shots on target that Alisson definitely wants. It's straight down the middle. No real power or conviction, and a comfortable save for the Brazilian international to make. Here is Konate then for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold now. Going to send one down the line. Picked up by Gravenberch. Too much on that pass forward to Jones, and it'll be intercepted by Uzbekistan international Cody Khusanov. He's settling in really nicely, Khusanov. Everyone keeps thinking he's the weak link at Manchester City, but his distribution's very good. He's a pretty experienced player for a 20-year-old centre-back, and yeah, he looks quite tidy. And I know we're only 8 minutes in, but you know, since we've made these additions to the team, Rico Lewis looks much, much sharper and better. I don't know whether he's just feeling a bit of the impact of, you know, he's not used to playing so many games, that maybe he'll just carrying a knock or a bit of fatigue or something. You know, we didn't really see him around the City first team squad for the last month or so. Certainly not getting starts, and he's come back in, and since we've made the additions, and you know, there's not as much defensive reliability on Rico Lewis, I actually think he's looked pretty good. Put a bit of quality around Rico Lewis, and to me, he's not the weak link at Manchester City. So, you know, you got Nico, a good defensive midfielder. You got a quick defender behind him with Khusanov, and all of a sudden Rico Lewis thriving a little bit. Now, Pep Guardiola weren't happy with that challenge earlier on Rico Lewis. He thought a leaded elbow came in from Andy Robertson, but referee said just a free kick, nothing more. Liverpool's ball forward, not the best, and Manchester City will get the ball back and just knocking the ball around here at the back. Kevin De Bruyne will just slice that forward just to try and get the ball away from the City goal there, and in the end will go out for a throw into Liverpool inside the Liverpool half. Arne Slot just telling Liverpool keep the pressure and keep the press onto Manchester City as Alisson works it to Konate. It does look like Phil Foden's leading the Manchester City attack. Nico Gonzalez making himself known there. Real good bit of football from Nico Gonzalez, just dispossessing the ball there off, I think it was off Mac Allister. Might have been Jones, I'm not too sure. Liverpool just try and trot forward. I think it was Jones, not Mac Allister. Here's Ederson then. Might be looking for another assist today. He's got 7 in a City shirt, 6 in the Premier League. Joint record of 6 in the Premier League. One away from being the most ever of a Premier League goalkeeper. That's a lovely ball from De Bruyne. Just sends a ball upfield for Savinho, and he chips a ball in looking for Foden. It's a good defender. I think it was Konate that managed to get over and just managed to get a foot onto that, and it's good. It's good work. Here's Liverpool then coming forward. Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's a poor pass from Alexander-Arnold looking for Mo Salah, and Josko Gvardiol just steps forward and says, I'll have that, thanks very much. He's going to burst forward here for City. On your own, on your own. Foden's heavy touch. De Bruyne. Oh, I thought he might have fancied a shot there, KDB. He might have been 35 yards out, but there was pace there for him just to put his foot through it and have a shot. Again, I'm just going to put insistence on testing the keeper in these tricky conditions as Mo Salah does Nathan Ake and Cody Khusanov with the pace, just slides in and just takes the ball from Mohamed Salah. It's really good defending from Cody Khusanov. I can't believe there were some pundits, I think it was TNT Sports, I think it was Rio Ferdinand, surprise, surprise, criticising the performance of Cody Khusanov against Real Madrid. I thought Khusanov was Man City's best player at the Bernabeu. I really did. Khusanov under pressure. He's fouled. Referee says, get up. Luis Diaz doesn't get the ball there and takes the man. I don't really get why a free kick weren't given, but it doesn't matter because Liverpool didn't get the ball anyway. Again, good defending from Cody Khusanov. Here's Rico Lewis under pressure. He's going to do well to keep hold of the ball here. He's dispossessed. It's slightly behind Szoboszlai. He maybe wants to play a pass in for Salah. He doesn't. He's got Luis Diaz instead to the byline, and who's there to do some good defending? Cody Khusanov. It's going to be a corner for Liverpool, but Khusanov's everywhere at the moment. His presence is known. Good defending from Khusanov at the near post. It's a tricky one when it gets fired in. It's easy to score an own goal there. He sorts his feet out. He keeps his feet nice and narrow. So he's always in control of the block. And there's nowhere really that Luis Diaz could go once he'd gone to the byline, apart from just try and pull it across. Black Rose, Rico Lewis did make a bit of a mess of it. I don't like that Rico Lewis is marking Van Dijk, who's in charge of that as Liverpool go low. And surely the first goal of the game, and is amazing what a good set piece does. And it's Mo Salah with the goal, I think, for Liverpool. It's just all round poor from Manchester City. Really poor. We're going back to these set pieces of Manchester City. They're really poor. That's straight from the training ground. All too easy. They don't read it. Too busy looking at where the runners are and not enough of looking at where the space is. Because Liverpool are acres of space. He just passes the corner. It's flicked in. Mo Salah's unmarked. Takes a big deflection off Nathan Ake. Take it past the keeper, because I think Ederson maybe makes the save there. without the deflection. He does. He makes the save without that deflection. It's unlucky from Ake because he just sticks his foot at it. But the importance of the opening goal, the City faced the Erling Haaland problem for me. To free the space up for the City attacking players, to get to grips with the midfield, to get to grips in terms of the attack, you need the opening goal, but you need Erling Haaland's presence there to draw everybody away. There isn't space for City to work with. It's really difficult. And for me, the only way I see City winning this game was scoring the opening goal, and they need an instant response. It's a good ball across from Jeremy Doku, really well read by Liverpool. But, Liverpool aren't just really good at being able to score goals. It's just an all-round general play. They defend deep, they defend well. They've got good control in midfield. They've got good attackers. There's quality all over the pitch. They're a difficult team to beat. You need runners. You need energy. You want to beat Liverpool, you've got to be able to absorb them and hurt them. I just think City are too frail at the back. For us to be able to beat a team as good as Liverpool, it's got to be perfect. You've got to have your key players available, playing at the best of their ability. We don't have our key players, your Rodris and your Haalands available, and it's difficult to be able to compete. But that's why we are where we are. That's why we're not competing for the Premier League title this season. We don't have these big, important players available for us. The most difficult part for me for this was I felt like if we could just draw out and get a point without Haaland here would have been a good result. It takes away the possibility of a 0-0 this now. Savinho can't sort his feet out. He goes to the byline. He wants to get onto his left foot. He can't because he's not given the space and he just can't sort his feet out and he goes straight out of play for a goal kick. Now look, it's difficult this. Liverpool score first this season, 17 games, 16 wins, 1 draw, no defeats. It's difficult this for City now. You can't afford to allow a team as good as Liverpool to score the opening goal. I feel like next goal, really crucial for this game. I think Liverpool score the next goal. I just don't think City have got enough to score a couple of goals today. I think they can score 1. I just think this Liverpool team's a bit too good to not come away and score 2 or 3. That's my concern. I think we had Haaland fit and we scored first. I went 3-1 City. We haven't. Liverpool have scored first, so I'm going 3-1, but 3-1 Liverpool for me. That's my score prediction. And City are gonna. It's gonna be a difficult afternoon. This for me, really difficult. And I don't think that. I think they're mentally fragile this season because they've not got the biggest and best players available. That's where I think the crucial errors are. That we've had to go into the January window and bring players in who are young and unproven in the Premier League because Premier League teams aren't going to sell us their biggest and best players in the January transfer window. So it'll take a bit of time for these young players to come in and be able to adapt themselves. It'll take a good 2 or 3 seasons for them to be right up on their game, the likes of Khusanov, Marmoush, etc., etc. So it's very much a transition. I'm going back to the point I made against Real Madrid. It's not so much a defeat that I mind, it's the mannerisms, the way that they come out. You've got to fight tooth and nail for everything. You've got to show that grit and determination. You've got to have that grit and determination. And if you're not, I look at today's game, you've got to make yourself difficult to beat. Got to be difficult to beat. Liverpool have to come to the Etihad Stadium and you've got to put them through the paces. The same, it was all too easy for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. You've got to make yourself really difficult. Make sure Liverpool have to play a 10 out of 10 game today to win. That's what they've got to do. So, It's difficult. Anyway, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now nearly on 60 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. My worry, we're not really found too many ways at the moment to get Omar Marmoush too involved in this game. We're lacking a big striker for me. We lack that presence in the penalty area. Erling Haaland in that penalty area and Van Dijk or Konate is going to have to man-mark him. You automatically take a defender away. That's a good bit of work from Doku when he looks for Foden. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I think Marmoush looks good when he's given the freedom to roam around a striker. I just think Marmoush needs a big striker to kind of almost use as his protection to give him that freedom. Hindsight's wonderful, but I think we made a bit of an error letting Liam Delap leave. Big physical striker, done a real good job in the Premier League. Someone like Erling Haaland not available today. Having Liam Delap sit in front of Marmoush would have been perfect. Liam Delap had caused Van Dijk or Konate to drop a bit deeper and give just a little bit of freedom for Omar Marmoush to get him involved in the game. I think City just want to go with the extra midfielder. Which I think City's midfield, to be honest, has done a pretty good job in transitioning. I don't think Liverpool have threatened City all that much. It's just been caught out from a good bit of work on the training ground from Liverpool on a set piece, which was far smarter than City, who clearly don't work on set pieces. And City do well to get a corner, so it's better. It's better. They've got to stick with it. I can see City scoring at some point today. The danger is, I don't think we can afford to allow Liverpool to get a second. Peter, I think Ipswich go down. We've got a buyback. I'd bring him back in. It's not so much Haaland or Marmoush, but more Marmoush gets given more game and more freedom with no De Bruyne there when he leaves in the summer, because I don't think he'll sign a new deal. And you rotate Erling Haaland with Liam Delap. He becomes the second striker at City. That's what I would do. Homegrown takes that problem away. English. Homegrown by City, I think. Would he be classed as homegrown by City? I know we brought him in when he was 17 as Marmoush decides to have a shot. A comfortable save there for Alisson in the end. But certainly homegrown in terms of the English quota. And it stops Liam being picked up by another top club. I'm happy that All Things Football mentioned James Trafford there as well. Newcastle looks set. They want to try and sign him. He'd be another keeper that I'd be looking at. Ortega leaves. He'd be another one I'd be looking at. Homegrown, quality keeper. You know, face the prospect in the next maybe year and a bit that Ederson might not be here. So there is the potential that Trafford could be City's #1 goalkeeper in just over a year's time if he's prepared to wait and work for it. Got two very high quality players. Sorts out a bit of a homegrown problem that we have with Walker leaving as well. And they know the club. That's what I'd be doing. Ball comes forward, looking for Marmoush. There's a bit too much on it, and Alisson will cut that one off. I think Doku's probably looked arguably City's best player on the pitch. He looks, at least he's trying. He looks hungry for it. It's a good bit of work that from Josko Gvardiol, finding the pass to Rico Lewis. He's got Ake in a bit of space if he wants to use him. He does well, actually, to find a pass to Savinho. He'll go down. That should be a free kick and will be. James Trafford's having a ridiculously good season. He's kept, is it 10 clean sheets in a row? Outstanding. Outstanding from Trafford. But I said that in his move to Burnley in the Premier League last season. I said going from playing for Bolton in League One to Burnley in the Premier League is a big step. He's missing that crucial step, that championship step. Give him a season of championship football and he'll develop and he'll turn into a real good Premier League goalkeeper. They chuck him in at the deep end in the Premier League. Burnley are left exposed. Vincent Kompany's tactics, in my opinion, to blame for that. So he dips in, goes into the Championship. Quality, far too good for the Championship. Full of confidence, ready for the Premier League. Ready to make that step up. Newcastle will take him if City don't. We have a buyback. I'm certain at least one keeper at City leaves in the summer, and if it's to be Ortega, Trafford would be the goalkeeper I'd be looking at. I don't think he's ready to be City's number one yet, but I think in a year and a bit's time he might just be. I personally think it'll be Eddie that leaves rather than Ortega. I don't think Ortega's good enough to be City's number one. Oh, that's a good ball. Won't be kept in by Liverpool. Thumbs up shown by Jones there. He shows his appreciation. Right idea. Callum Doyle's loan comes to an end at the end of the season. He's on loan at Norwich, isn't he? He's had a pretty good season as well. He's got a host of championship experience. He's too good for the Championship. Too good. Needs a season of Premier League football. City might even give him a full season with around the first team squad next season. They could certainly do with more depth. Never going to say no to more depth with the amount of games that we've got. Crazy Khan, thanks for tuning in. Benny, thanks for tuning in. Black Rose, thanks for tuning in. Mixed, thank you for tuning in. Not happy since disappointment after disappointment this season. But it's a disappointing season. It's a transition season. No Haaland, no Rodri, no Partey. I wasn't expecting City to win this game, to be honest. I said at the beginning of the stream, I think Liverpool win. I think we have Haaland, we make it competitive. I don't think without him and no Rodri, I just don't think there's enough quality for City to beat a team as good as Liverpool. You need your best players fit and available to be able to do a job on Liverpool. It is what it is. Thankfully, all the teams around us are near enough drop points, so we're still sitting in the top four going into the away match against Spurs. They're just starting to pick their form up now, Spurs as well. So, anyway, here's Doku in a good position. Not a good ball in from Doku and dealt with easily by Liverpool. Their aim is top four football. It's nothing's decided in February. We probably drop points at Spurs. We always drop points at Spurs other than last season. Forest away is difficult after that. You just got to stick with it. Doku goes low with the drive. I'm just happy we can work on our fitness of the players. Once we get past Plymouth, once that game's come and gone, we play once a week. And it'll do the team the world of good to be able to rest and recover properly. Just got to try and stick with it. Here's Savinho then to Rico Lewis. Savinho once more. It's surely a free kick referee. Yep, so Bowslider sticks a foot out. Savinho doesn't go down, but he wants the free kick and gets the free kick. Doku's one of them electric wingers, very direct, pacey player. He's always going to cause problems just for how direct and quick he is. It's going to cause any fullback problems. He needs to work on his end product. So we'll see what City can do from this free kick. Sveshil, if I've said your name correctly there. The rumours, other than Cambiasso from Juventus, it's not too much knocking around. Obviously, there's interest in Florian Wirtz. But he also wants to sign a new contract at Bayer Leverkusen, so yeah. Anyway, see what City can do from this free kick. 29 minutes in. Foden, he's going to have a shot straight at the keeper. There we go. Anyway, don't forget, leave a thumbs up, do subscribe, and do go and check out today's video sponsor. So, we've got links and details there in the description. All things football. I can't see. I don't ever see Phil Foden leaving Manchester City, to be honest, unless City are under pressure to sell, or Phil Foden asked to leave, but he's a City lad, isn't he? From the academy, living the dream. Don't think he'll ever want to leave, so there we go. Here's Rico Lewis. He's under pressure. Oh, that's good work. Here's Marmoush. Have a shot. Have a shot. Oh, yes! Omar Marmoush into the back of the net. Oh, the flag's up. Oh, the flag is up. Spoiling the party. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a good yard offside. We're back to what we were speaking about in Marmoush's debut when he was desperate to score a goal. Keep yourself onside, Omar. Look across the line. Got to be looking across the line there. He doesn't move. VAR are having a look at it. VAR can stop having a look at it. They don't need to put any lines out. He's a good yard offside. He's miles offside. It's a good finish from Marmoush, though. I think Mac Allister goes sliding in on Marmoush there, and he's picked up a hip injury, I think. He's down. Looks in a lot of discomfort. He looks very unhappy, like he thinks he might be coming off. Thank you very much, Benny. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's the inside of the post. It comes back. I had to look twice to see it, make sure it went in the back of the net. It's better from Manchester City. Whilst it's only 1-0 Liverpool, they're still in this game. I'm going to go back to what I said at kickoff. I don't think a draw today, with not having Haaland's a bad result. I would take a point today. I'd be happy with a point. It's a point closer to top 4 football. It gets a very difficult game out of the way with it. Certainly our most difficult home game left for the season. I think Liverpool will be happy to go a point further clear of Arsenal with a difficult away game done for them. I'd be happy with a point. It then means, a point today and wins at Spurs and Forest put Man City in a very strong position, but City aren't doing anything straightforward this season. There's lots of niggly little games here and there that Man City have to deal with. So confirmed offside, no surprise, was offside. As we're now 33 likes away from 100, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. So Alisson's going to send this one long for Liverpool. I think Alexis Mac Allister's fit to carry on for Liverpool as the rain continues to come down at the Etihad. Long ball sent forward from Alisson. Headed clear by Nico and out for a throw into Liverpool. Midway inside the Manchester City half. It's going to be Andy Robertson to take. Very smart from a Manchester City fan just to chuck a second ball onto the pitch. Liverpool help work it backwards, so that's not going to matter and it'll just be kicked off field. Here is Alisson for Liverpool. Works it to the right. Canate is going to send this one long. Should be dealt with by Cody Khusanov. And this is a brilliant header from Khusanov. I feel sorry for Khusanov. He's always the scapegoat. To me, he's City's best defender in the last few games. He looks sharp. He looks good as Savinho tries to play a pass forward. Looks for Doku. Will be surrounded out by Van Dijk. And that will be a goal kick. 70% possession. We can get a point. We've just got to try and turn the possession into opportunities and these opportunities into goals. City just got to be really alert of conceding a second. That's the disadvantage you have of conceding first. You've got to stick with it. You've got to keep it tight. You can't just wait for opportunities because Liverpool don't give you opportunities. You've got to force the opportunity. But you've got to be wary of counter-attack football. You've got to be wary of Liverpool just springing something on City. And they've got lightning-quick players. I mean, look at this. Counter-attack here from the edge of their own penalty area to the edge of the City penalty area. Here's Salah. Plays a pass. Trent Alexander-Arnold. And good defending from Nathan Ake. And Liverpool will get themselves a corner. Lightning-quick. And they're not scared to get players forward, Liverpool there. 6 players in attack from getting forward. Nobody picking Trent up there. Waiting for tap-ins. Jones couldn't believe the ball's not played to him. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets that ball right. It's 2-0. I fear Kevin De Bruyne's legs are gone. He's 30. What is he? 33, 34. His wage is that big at Manchester City that I just don't think it's worthwhile keeping De Bruyne here for another season. If he was willing to drop his wage, I'd say I'd maybe give him another season. But let's see what Liverpool can do from this set piece then. It's deep, a little too deep, and City will get ahead on that. I think it was Josko Gvardiol, and Trent Alexander-Arnold just forced to send it back to Gravenberch. He's going to work it now to the right. Liverpool continue to keep Van Dijk forward. Might be a long ball coming in here. There is. Looking for Szoboszlai, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Header won by Josko Gvardiol. Szoboszlai picks up the pieces though. Here is Mac Allister then. Seems to be moving all right after just picking up a knock. Here is Virgil van Dijk then for Liverpool. Peter, I reckon so as well. I can see Kevin De Bruyne leaving. I don't think he'll drop his wages. He'll go and get a big payday somewhere. He deserves to get a big payday somewhere. He's been a legend. He's a legend for Manchester City for me. He's a phenomenal player. One of the very best players that Manchester City have ever had. Oh, City, absolutely nothing. It's just unfortunate that with time, means age becomes a problem. And when age becomes a problem, you know, I mean, De Bruyne is 3-4 years away from retirement. Same with Gundogan. Premier League's a very physical league. You've got to have them runners. It's not like La Liga. It's not like Serie A. You know, it's a very physical, very demanding league. Aging, tired legs aren't really going to cut it, to be honest, at the top end. It's not, can't and won't happen. Everyone keeps saying, oh, he could be our Luka Modric, but, you know, Luka Modric doesn't start a lot of games for Real Madrid, and, you know, when he's getting minutes and stuff, he's playing against teams who are playing slow possession-based football in La Liga, so it's not physically demanding for Luka Modric to pick and choose his games, but the Premier League, it's difficult to get that back up to pace. Ilkay Gundogan struggled with it a lot because he's not had the support. It's very difficult to do. Here's Mo Salah then, kept himself on side. Worked to Szoboszlai, you're waiting for the goal, and there it is. It's too easy, this. All too easy. City don't have the answers. This is the problem. Julie says, oh, too easy. Seamus, a mess at the back. It's all down this left-hand side. But we're sticking with the same as what we had against Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe. It's, you know, too easy for them. I think there might be offside. No? So a ball comes forward for Szoboszlai. He's offside, but it's Salah that picks it up. I don't think Szoboszlai runs towards the ball, and it's just all too easy. All too easy. I don't think they'll give offside for it, because Szoboszlai doesn't go for... The ball gets played for him, but he leaves it, and Salah takes over from it. And because Szoboszlai doesn't go towards the ball, the offside flag won't go up. And that's why offside's not given. Now, Szoboszlai makes a run for the ball. It's offside. It's about half a yard off. But we're just not very good. We're not good enough anyway at the top end. That'll be a free kick for Manchester City. Omar Marmoush just gets kicked. They need a goal before half-time, to state the obvious. Marmoush then stood over this with Phil Foden. I imagine City will want to put ball into the box rather than have the shot. Marmoush zips one in looking for Nathan Ake, who makes a good run, but it's too easy for Liverpool. It's easy for them to defend. It's a carbon copy of the Madrid game for me. They didn't have the answers for Madrid, and they don't have the answers here. They can't learn the lessons because they've not got the players to learn the lessons with. Pep Guardiola knows how to deal with it. He's just not got the players to deal with it. So it means we're always on the back foot and we're relying on Liverpool to have an off day. It's a good sliding challenge that from Josko Gvardiol on Mohamed Salah. Here is Jeremy Doku up against Salah. Takes on Salah. Takes on Alexander-Arnold. It's handball. Good challenge that from Konate if he's not handled it. He slides in. Let's have a look. No, I thought it hit his arm. His arm was up. It's hit his chest. Good bit of defending that from Konate. Poor corner from Marmoush. Headed clear by Liverpool. All too easy for them. All too easy. That's my summary of this first half. Too easy. Not done enough. Good flick on that from Khusanov. Here is Savinho. Works it to KDB on the edge of the penalty area. A good block from Liverpool. Van Dijk wants his Liverpool teammates to push out. He's frustrated. He's telling them push further out. Here's Marmoush trying to thread a pass through. Cleared by Liverpool. Looks for Salah. Can't find him. The City have done some good stuff here in the first half. It's just Liverpool haven't needed to... Liverpool's defensive shape's very good. Liverpool are showing Man City how to defend when under pressure. I think City have done a pretty good job of controlling the tempo of this game. They've just struggled to turn their possession into creating good opportunities. They've made some good interceptions like there from Rico Lewis. Gvardiol's done a couple as well. De Bruyne just flicks one in looking for Foden. Cleared by Van Dijk. I don't think crosses in the air is the way to go here. Van Dijk deals with that every day of the week. You'll go low. Look for the feet, not for the head. I'm not too sure we've got anybody on the bench, I think, that could deal with this either. That could help. So I don't even think I can look at the bench and say that I'll put them in or something, but... yeah, James, Liverpool have been very... Liverpool are just doing what Liverpool do. Defensively very good. Good at scoring goals. My only surprise is I think Liverpool's midfield's been a bit non-existent. I think City have done a pretty good job with that midfield battle. It's just... with how exposed City's high line is all the time, Liverpool are going to have a couple of opportunities. You're relying on them having missed them opportunities. I mean, think to that Real Madrid game at the Etihad, how many opportunities Real Madrid missed. They could have scored, 6 or 7 if they wanted to. They didn't. They weren't clinical. City will always give you opportunities. If you're not going to be clinical, we stay in the game. Liverpool have been clinical, so we're now not in this game. Doku needs to find De Bruyne. Goes through... His end product's terrible. His end product, he's such a good player. He does everything perfectly, Jeremy Doku. Appears in the right place, real good with his pace. he's pretty good at taking his man on. He's good with his feet. He's good with skills. He's a brilliant player, but his end product's so bad. So bad. I'm talking like Jesus Navas bad. It's bad. Ah. Anyway, here's Nico to Khusanov. Khusanov's been my bright spark. I like Cody Khusanov. He's a good player. Here's Savinho. City are just trying but not doing anything. Khusanov just nods a ball into Rico Lewis. Good defending from Liverpool. How many times have I said that? No, into the first of 2 minutes. Added on Peter, yeah. I do think Jackie G might leave at the end of the season, particularly if there's some interest in him. I think City want runners. I think that we're looking at a little transitional change in the Premier League towards pace and running. I just don't think Jack Grealish has got that for City at this, and what we're looking for. As a big deflection comes in, and Liverpool will be pretty thankful that deflection took all the pace out. That the shot from Nico meant Alisson could scramble back and pick the ball up. I mean, that just sums up this first half. 66% possession for Manchester City, 6 shots, 3 on target, no goals. Liverpool, 34% possession, just 3 shots, 2 on target, and 2 goals. There you go. Anyway, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now just 26 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. De Bruyne then, poor pass forward, picked up by Savinho. We've got 20 seconds. What can City do? Here's Josko Gvardiol, the sidesteps Mo Salah. Got Jeremy Doku in a teeny-weeny bit of space. He's going to have to take on Trent Alexander-Arnold. He does him for pace. Can City just get a ball across? Last action here at the half. It's worth having a shot here. Nico just can't sort his feet out. Here's Khusanov then to De Bruyne. Get a ball in, Kevin. Get a ball in. It's got to go in. He might have a shot. Oh, my word. That shot from Kevin De Bruyne was amazing. He works onto his left foot. It lines up really nicely. He's like, should I? I'm going to have a shot. He slices it. I don't even know where it went. I'm not even sure it went out for a goal kick in the end. Oh, man. He gets that all wrong, Kevin De Bruyne. Right, we're 2-0 down at half-time against the league champions-elect. The positives, Arsenal don't win the Premier League. The downside, all City's frailties that we've had this season are fully exposed for everybody to see again. Struggling without Rodri, struggling without Haaland, struggling without the legs in midfield. The need for transition, we've done what we've needed to do to be able to ensure that we've got a bit of depth and quality to get us to the end of the season, but the need for 5 or 6 players to leave City, and you're probably looking at 6 or 7 players that need to come in to help Manchester City to transition for what we're looking for, because at the moment City, the drop off is real, and Liverpool have just shown that sometimes you don't have to completely annihilate and dominate Manchester City. Sometimes you just need to have the art of good defending and the ability to turn defence into attack when you need to. and be clinical in front of goal will win you games. City can't do that. They don't have the ability to do that this season. There will become a time for Liverpool and for Arsenal, probably in the next 3 to 5 years for both of them, where they have a bit of a drop-off. I mean, we saw Arsenal have a drop-off post-Arsene Wenger. Liverpool, under Jurgen Klopp, dropped off a little bit and couldn't compete for a couple of seasons with City whilst Arsenal took over the reign. City have sat at the very top of English football for 4 consecutive seasons. And even 6 out of the last 7. It's remarkable. It's world class. It's phenomenal. But the players that have helped us to achieve and be the best means that we're not able to for this season compete, and it might be a case next season where we might not be able to compete whilst we have all the players adapting. It depends. It depends on how fit we keep our players. It depends what level Rodri's at when he comes back. It depends on a lot of things. I haven't really learnt much from that first half, other than Liverpool's defending's been brilliant. I don't think it's been a case that Man City have been really bad. I just think Liverpool are better this season, and it shows. Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. I'd expect Liverpool to be able to compete in the Champions League. I mean, they've got a very difficult draw for them to be able to win it. They're in the more difficult side of the draw. But Arsenal dropping off, City dropping off, Liverpool might be able to afford to rotate a bit in April with the difficult games in the Champions League, and that might just help Liverpool in the long run. But at the moment, a bit too easy for Liverpool, if I'm being honest. Nana, thanks for tuning in. I wouldn't get angry about things. As I said, it's a case where you win 6 out of 7. There's going to be a time where the team that you've built up over them 7 seasons, it's going to drop. It has to drop. You've seen players who entered into their prime go through their prime who are now at the end of their career. So you've got to transition through that, and it'll take a season or 2 to transition before City get the next generation of players and the next generation of the best tactics out there that will allow Manchester City to be able to go out and compete competitively for the biggest and best trophies for the next 6 or 7 seasons. Past that, it's just a case. Liverpool have had it, Chelsea have had it, United have had it, Arsenal have had it, Man City are no different. You have a couple of poor windows, and this is why we are where we are. Liverpool been very clinical. I'm not going to take anything away from them. I think defensively, Liverpool have looked very good. And it's a disappointing bit of defending on that goal from the first goal on the set piece, straight from the training ground. I think it's Rico Lewis that's not fully alert to the danger. He's too busy trying to man-mark Virgil van Dijk. Foden doesn't pick up the near post. He's blocked off. It's a free pass coming in. And Rico Lewis can't get there. And it's too easy. That's straight from the training ground. Shouldn't be happening. The most disappointing part is Salah's got a free shot he's round just near the penalty spot. A free shot on goal. A City defender should be able to read that and provide in a block. Looks like Liverpool had an extra player on us. Disappointing. Really disappointing. Anyway, don't forget, guys, do leave a thumbs up. We're 19 likes away from 100. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Social media links in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor as well, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's video. So do get your halftime thoughts in the chat. That would be much appreciated. And a big welcome to everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated. Rain, thanks for tuning in. Mudgy, thanks for tuning in. If few of the JSGC members, much appreciated. Julia saying more stress. Seamus as well. So yeah, big warm welcome to everybody for tuning in. Stan, thanks for tuning in. Sabash, thanks for tuning in. Michael, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Jean, thanks for tuning in as well. And if I've missed anybody else off, then apologies. So City 68% possession compared with 32% possession for Liverpool. The expected goal rate's not good at 0.17 for Manchester City with all the possession that they've had. They've really struggled to create opportunities. That's mainly for me down to how good Liverpool's defence has been. Liverpool 32% possession, 0.34 expected goal rate for them. It's not their highest. They've had 3 shots all game, 2 of them on target. It's just been very clinical in front of goal, and it becomes very difficult for Manchester City to be able to get back into this game now. But 2-0 is always a dangerous scoreline. Next goal, of course, is gonna decide the tangent of this second half. City score, game on, grandstand finish. Liverpool score, game over. And we move on to Wednesday. Pretty much as simple as that. The fact that City have had 8 shots, managed to have 3 of them on target. Alisson's made comfortable saves. It's been really difficult. 3 shots for Liverpool, 2 on target, couple of goals. I look at the bench for City. I don't really see what City can change to try and turn it round, other than, do you bring on likes of McAtee and Vitor Reis and give them some minutes just to see? Gundogan, Bernardo, I don't see it, guys. I really don't see it. Do let me know your halftime thoughts. That'd be much appreciated. Static, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Also, welcome Alvin. Thanks for tuning in. Augustine, thanks for tuning in as well. Augustine, to answer your question, yes. I think if City had a fully fit team for the whole season, then yeah, I think City would be able to compete. Amazing don't underestimate the influence that Rodri has on Man City's midfield. City's midfield, it's the same midfield as last season, managed to compete last season because Rodri is world class, best in the world when it comes to midfield for me. Not having him available sends Man City into a tangent of where we were last season whenever we didn't have Rodri, which was we didn't look very good. We did look pretty good at the beginning of the season when we didn't have Rodri because he was still resting and recovering from the European Championships. When we was playing once a week, we were picking up some good away results, we were playing pretty good football, we were scoring goals, we were still leaking the odd couple of goals here and there, and we were struggling in transitions in the first 5-10 minutes of games, but overall we looked pretty sharp and we were finding ways to get the likes of Haaland involved as much as possible in games. So I'm hoping, we're still going through playing every 3 to 4 days, but give it another couple of weeks, we will be playing only once a week. We can work on the fitness, we can get Oscar Bob back, we can get Erling Haaland back, we can get the likes of Akanji and John Stones back middle of April, and for the final 5-6 games of the season, as long as in my opinion, we're in and around the top 4 by then, I can see Manchester City doing what we need to do to ensure that we've got Champions League football for next season. But at the moment, it's difficult. It's difficult today. It'll be difficult on Wednesday against Spurs. It'll be difficult. A rejuvenated Plymouth side look brilliant in the FA Cup. They beat Liverpool a couple of weeks back. Do that through not being able to play football. So that'll be a difficult game. It'll be very much a cup final for Plymouth. Forest away, Brighton at home, the very difficult games. The City have got to be on top of the world to make it happen. Do get your halftime thoughts. If you're going to make any changes, who would they be? Let me know in the live chat. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're into the nervous 90s now, just 7 likes away from 100. So any help towards that would be great. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Halftime thoughts, get them in the chat. And as I said, do leave a thumbs up. We're aiming for 100 likes. So I got some halftime entertainment for you guys to enjoy. There's nothing happening from around the grounds other than that earlier game. Newcastle 4, Nottingham Forest 3. Brilliant game of football there at St James's Park earlier on today. So do go and check out today's halftime entertainment. It's brought to you by my partner channel Mixed. Links and details there in the description. Go and check him out. Go and like and subscribe. This is the Chocolate Martini. I will see you for the second half very soon. Go and grab yourself a drink and a snack, and I'll see you for the second half.
What's going on, guys? Mixed here, and this time we are getting it right into Christmas mode. So we're going to start off with the winter cocktails. Just over 5 weeks to go until the big day itself. So happy holidays or Merry Christmas, wherever you are from. And one of the cocktails I recommend in the run up to Christmas is the chocolate martini. Can't go wrong. Gives you an excuse to crack open the Baileys. Anything more Christmassy than Baileys. So as you can see, we've got a martini glass and we've rimmed it with a chocolate syrup. So to make this delicious cocktail, guys, it's 3 ingredients. So Baileys, vodka and chocolate liqueur. Because I'm using the creme de cacao. Because it gives me an excuse. I've had it a few months but I've not opened it. So this is the first time. And let's get straight into it. It's a very simple cocktail to make. So what you want to do, guys, is put in 4 to 5 ice cubes or a giant ice cube. I've gone for a giant ice cube. Get your jigger, and the first ingredient into the tin, my friends, is 40ml, which is 3.3 ounce of the Baileys Irish cream. Next into the shaker is 40ml or 3 ounces of vodka. I'm using Ciroc. So it's a decent vodka if you've never had it. Because it's a berry vodka as well. And now this is where your chocolate liqueur comes right into it. So I'm using Gifford's creme de cacao. But this can be really creative because there's some really nice chocolate liqueurs out there. So there we are, 40ml, 3.3 ounces of creme de cacao. So put your lid on, make sure it's nice and secure, and now give it a good shake, 8 to 10 seconds to get nice and chilled. So what you want to do now is get your martini glass that you've already rimmed with chocolate syrup and strain into it. What we're going to do now is garnish it with chocolate shavings. Could have a bit much. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, one chocolate martini. Doesn't it look delicious? I cannot wait to try this. The perfect winter cocktail, especially in the run up to Christmas as well. Absolutely beautiful. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, one chocolate martini. How does it taste? If you're a Baileys lover, you'll love this because there's everything that you could ever dream of, especially with the creme de cacao. It gives it that nice chocolate flavour mixed in with the Irish cream. But I think in terms of sweetness, it's a very sweet drink because the vodka certainly complements it. It gives it that boost, gives it that little bit of a kick that you can feel. But for me, that is a perfect winter cocktail, and with the vodka, it warms it up as well. You can feel it in your throat as it goes down, but that is very, very nice, especially with a nice vodka like Ciroc as well. But I'd rate that a solid 8.5 out of 10. It gets the party started, it gets winter cocktails flowing, and it warms the cockles up. What's not to love about it? It's chocolate, it's Christmas. It's absolutely great. Not perfect, but great. But that, guys, is the chocolate martini. Do let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the chocolate martini? Because any recommendation for winter cocktails, do let me know in the comments below, or any Christmas ones as well in the run up to Christmas now. So it's only 5 weeks, it's only just over 5 weeks until the big day itself. So the next winter cocktail I'll be doing will be the Jack Frost, as that will be next week's cocktail, and I will see you then. But if you are new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe and mix in for more winter cocktails like this, more Christmas cocktails, and I will see you guys for the Jack Frost cocktail. Cheers. Don't do that. Oh, I feel that. It's because I had a bit of bruise in the morning.
We're back. I forgot to put my microphone on. Apologies. Anyway, we're back for the second half. I don't think any substitutions have been made by Manchester City, and JSGC slacking that I forgot to roll the clock, so I'll just fast forward that to where we're up to. To be honest, I thought Mixed's half-time entertainment's more entertaining than watching where Manchester City are up to. So, we'll see if anything changes here for the second half. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Right, it's Marmoush ready to take the corner for City. Bit of a cheap one given away there by Van Dijk. Very un-Van Dijk. Corner comes in. Headed clear. And they said that's come off Josko Gvardiol last. They have. Goal kick. Anyway, we're 6 likes now away from 100 likes. That'd be great if we could hit that. Don't forget to subscribe. And do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Mixed, you are more than welcome. Nice to see City have got some of the substitutes out early, warming up. Savinho has a shot, blocked. I think if I was to make subs, I don't really see a problem with sending some of the young lads on. I'd quite like to see Vitor Reis. You know, if we're worried about the fitness of Nathan Ake, I have no problem chucking Vitor Reis on for Nathan Ake. James McAtee on for Foden or Savinho or somebody. I've got no problem with it. Or even McAtee on for De Bruyne. I don't mind losing, getting a bit of a learning experience. Rain, I'd like to say, yeah, it's just, I went downstairs to go and get a drink. You know, when I say to you guys, go and get yourself a drink and get yourself a snack and everything, practice what I preach. I go downstairs and I get myself an extra refreshment ready for the second half. So I'd literally just timed it to perfection. I just forgot to put my microphone on before. For the halftime entertainment. I'm experienced at this now. So that was me literally just getting back up ready for the second half. There's Marmoush. Ooh, turns one, has a shot, good block. Liverpool, that's what City haven't got at the back. The extra defender there to make the block. There's my problem for Rico Lewis. I say we put quality around him. He looks good, and his distribution, he looks sharp. He's a good player. He just lacks the physicalness. And Curtis Jones isn't the most physical of players, and he bullies Rico Lewis to get the ball back. You shouldn't be getting bullied by Curtis Jones. And he did. Because physically, I just don't think he's strong enough for Man City. I don't think he's strong enough for the Premier League. I'm going to die on this hill when I say Rico Lewis is a real good player in La Liga. He'll be perfect in La Liga. If City were to send him to Girona, the City football group, he would be perfect. Perfect player. And he'd do really well. Because La Liga's not physical. Premier League is physical. You've got to match that physicalness. You've got to be strong. Can't be getting bullied. Can't be getting bullied by Curtis Jones. Cannot happen. Here's Marmoush trying to make something happen. He's followed through, so it'll be a free kick Liverpool, yeah. Van Dijk not happy with the challenge. He's sliding in there, Marmoush, a slightly heavier touch. He's hurt himself in the process. Let's have a look. Liverpool weren't happy with the challenge. A heavier touch takes it round one. Heavier touch comes in and it just slips. Slightly, just... He's not over the top of the ball. He just... To be honest, I actually think Marmoush gets stepped on rather than him stepping on somebody else. I just think with the heavier touch, it looks more like a Liverpool free kick than a City one. I think it's the right decision. I think if it was the opposite end of the pitch. I think I'd have wanted a City free kick for that, to be honest. Don't think there's much in it, to be honest. The attacker causes the problem with the heavy touch. Yeah. Liverpool's ball forward, no real quality. It doesn't need to be. They're 2-0 up. I don't think Liverpool will have ever had an easier game at the Etihad. They'll be loving this. Just shows you where City are at right now, doesn't it? Here's Doku. Heavier touch from him as well, and Liverpool are just going to surround the ball out. I'm not like the start to this second half. This is played at a pace that I think Liverpool are very happy with. Is Salah now edge of the City penalty area? He goes with the outside of his foot, and Jones is right across there, and another ball comes across from Liverpool, and no end product from Liverpool, and that will be a throw-in for Manchester City. Probably should have had a bit of quality there, Liverpool, for me. In the end, a bit too heavy. Josko Gvardiol then to take the throw-in. Just going to throw it back to Ake. He gives the ball to Ederson. And he'll work it to Khusanov. Here's Rico Lewis. There's a good pass into Nico, and City can just move this ball forward. Here's Omar Marmoush then to Josko Gvardiol. Oh, lovely, lovely disguise there from Savinho. Here's De Bruyne. The City have got to make these opportunities count, and Foden just can't find the pass. You've got to make it count. As Josko Gvardiol steps forward, and Salah does him there. Here's Szoboszlai. Here's Robertson then to Luis Diaz. Had a bit of a quiet game so far. Might be able to do something here though. Ends up passing it back, plays the safer option, and City managed to get everybody back. Here's Mac Allister. Again, I don't think City have done enough. For the first 8 minutes here, they just drifted by. It's very comfortable for Liverpool. I really want to make emphasis that this is as comfortable can be for them. Here's Salah then looking to try and take on Josko Gvardiol. Plays his pass in, and Szoboszlai just can't find his back heel pass back to Salah, and Nico Gonzalez will come forward. Here's Foden. Good work from Manchester City. They've transitioned quite well at times today, City. Some of the interceptions have been good. It's not been a horrific performance. It's just lacked creativity. It's lacked an end product, and it's more so rather than horrific bad defending. It's just Liverpool are just, when the opportunities have been there, have put them away. City haven't. Jeremy Doku tries to thread a pass through in the penalty area. He can't find Marmoush. I feel like Liverpool thread that pass through. They make something happen. City don't. Here's Ake then to Foden. I want to see more from City's midfield. I really do. Foden, De Bruyne are not pulling strings, not doing enough. I want to see more. One ball forward from Alisson to Salah, and as Liverpool are in here. Here's Luis Diaz. He's a heavier touch there from Diaz and should be defended out from City. Whew. They survived that wave. Here's the next wave from Liverpool. Here's Salah. He's just roaming around. Way too comfortable for Liverpool today. Way too comfortable. It's almost like Man City just have accepted we're not as good as Liverpool this season. We don't want Arsenal to win the league. Have 3 points, please, and win the Premier League. That's how this performance comes across. Here's Szoboszlai, surely going to be squared across. Here's tapping 3-0 from Jones. City want the offside flag. The offside flag doesn't come. It's 3-0, 3 points. clinical brilliance from Liverpool. And Man City just not at the races. That's why I'm not changing the score yet, Seamus. I just want to have a look at the offside. If Curtis Jones is offside, that's unforgivable. He shouldn't be offside. Oh, Szoboszlai could also be offside. Yeah, VAR are having a look at this. He looks offside. Let's have a look. Need the lines here. It's going to be a tight one. I'm waiting for the lines. Yeah, offside. No goal. 2-0. There we go. Curtis Jones kept himself onside, by the way. It was Szoboszlai in the build-up there, offside. So 2-0. City alive. So Liverpool have to wait. I'm not sure how long they're going to have to wait before they get their third goal and 3 points. Here's Doku. Into Marmoush. Marmoush! Just wide. You see, that would have been a good time to have scored a goal. You know, should be 3-0. Doesn't keep himself onside. You go up the other end. You make it 2-1. It's a different game. Yeah, Marmoush has got to go for goal there for me. Van Dijk always has Foden covered there. He's got to go for goal. To me, he's got to test the keeper. He's got to force a save from Alisson there. He drags his shot. Oh, he does. It gets a save. I apologise to Marmoush. He gets the save. So City get the corner headed clear by Van Dijk. Of course, City don't score from the corner. Of course. Anyway, we're only 2 likes now from 100, guys. So any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Here is Kevin De Bruyne. Works it to Doku. I'd like to see some subs from City as Doku can't find his ball across. There are some surprises for you guys, but one surprise is Jeremy Doku doesn't find the man, and his end product is cut off at the first man. Yeah. Anyway, some more positive news. We do hit 100 likes, which is much appreciated. So big shout out to all you guys for leaving a thumbs up. I think it's like 8 consecutive live streams hitting 100, so much appreciated, guys. Big shout out to you guys, much appreciated. Here's Alisson for Liverpool to Konate. It's a bit too easy there for Mo Salah. Jones has dropped a bit deeper. He'll just work it to Robertson on the left, and City have once again got to get everybody back. Here's Konate. They've got no control of this game, City. No control at all. Trent Alexander-Arnold just plays that to Salah, and it's good defending there. Is that Khusanov? It is Khusanov. Of course it's Khusanov. Here's De Bruyne. He's taking a heavier touch. That's going to go for a corner, isn't it? It's going to go for a corner. A cheap corner. Bo, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Just started watching. I turned back off. We'll go again on Wednesday against Spurs. There's one-way traffic. Much more likely that this will go 3-0 and 2-1. City got no control. Liverpool far better than City. Managed this game perfectly. City haven't managed this game at all. And I feel like we're all just sat here waiting for Liverpool to grab the third and kill the game. The Van Dijk's forward. Konate's forward. Corner's going to come in. Van Dijk's he's got time to take a touch in the penalty area. Shot comes in from Liverpool. It's off target. There you go. Robertson into the stands. Not clinical from Liverpool. John, thanks for tuning in. It says time for KDB to go. You do feel like KDB's not going to be here at the end of the season. Spike, thanks for tuning in as well. I turned it off. To be honest, guys, if I weren't streaming, I think I'd have probably lost a bit of interest in this game. City need a goal to make this more interesting. Whilst it's 2-0, it's just a coast for Liverpool. And the problem is City don't look like scoring. So, yeah. Once more, City just hesitant. Are they allergic to making subs? Yeah, we're 2-0. We're at a pivotal moment. The game. There's 29 minutes left. Get some subs on. Fresh legs. Push and go. See if you can get a goal. Get back in it. At the moment, it's just lacklustre. I have no way of getting Savinho involved in this game. None at all. Here's Ake then to Josko Gvardiol. Doku. Marmoush wants to make the run. He's just held back and he's got no one to aim for there in the penalty area. City are 2-0 down. 63rd minute. Doku's pulling towards the byline to pull a ball back across. Phil Foden's the only player in the penalty area. Liverpool must have had 6 defenders back. One player. We're 2-0 down. McAtee's going to be coming on for City. See one sub. Robertson just bursts forward and... Good effort. Is that Jones? Oh no, Luis Diaz. Real good effort on his right foot. Good save from Ederson. Real good save. Good shot from Luis Diaz. Once again, relying on Rico Lewis defensively. He's not a defender. Good save that from Ederson. I mean, this has confirmed to me what I was thinking throughout the whole first half of the season, which was we was an Erling Haaland injury away from disaster. It confirms to me that, Rodri, no Haaland, Man City just going through the motions, not very good. Corner comes in, should be headed clear by Josko Gvardiol and is. Here's Gravenberch. Just going to go back. And again, Liverpool have dictated this second half. It's Liverpool that look the better team. Liverpool look better for this half than they have in the first half, yet scored 2 goals in the first half when they didn't look as good as what they've looked in this half where they've scored none. Heavier touch there from Nico. Should have his Szoboszlai should have his pocket picked there by De Bruyne and does, and he can find his pass to Savinho in a bit of space for him to have a little trot into. I thought he might have had a bit of a sprint, but he decides not to. Here's Rico Lewis. Again, he's got Savinho in space if he wants to try and thread that pass in. Got to be a bit braver with the passes. City always just trying to play their comfortable, safe passes into midfield, and always Foden, De Bruyne, they've got the back to goal. Try and work it out wide. Doku could make something happen if he had end product. He doesn't, so he hasn't. So have a pop at the other side. Try and get Savinho involved in the game. At the moment, he's stood in space yet. He isn't getting the ball from anybody because no one's brave enough to try and thread passes in on that right-hand side. And here's Savinho doing a job on Robertson. Savinho now, edge of the penalty area. His pass isn't the best. Nico has a shot, mild wide, and that'll be a goal kick, he says. At least I had a shot. At least I did something. Weren't the best of passes from City as De Bruyne is going to go off and McAtee's going to come on. No surprise to see KDB go off. He looks like a man who's no longer capable of competing in these biggest and best games in the Premier League for me. Which is sad to see. So McAtee's going to come in. See if he can do something different in midfield for City. 24 minutes for City to try and do something. I think what City need is a goal. That's what they need. Here's Savinho. Driving forward, too much on it. Goal kick. He looks a bit frustrated, Savinho. Here's Doku. The pass was there for Marmoush. He wants the pass. He doesn't get the pass. And City, I think, want to take this free kick quickly. They're taking the time. I think we'd be much better here just trying to put something in the box. Might be a bit central, but I just feel like you got to ask a question here in Liverpool. Nico Gonzalez makes a good run. He wants the pass to come in. It doesn't come in. Marmoush in a good position to put a cross in. It's not a bad ball, and I think Konate's made a good block there. It's a good ball in from Marmoush. Ake chests it down, and yeah, Konate gets a foot onto it and gets it clear for a throw-in for City. Here's Josko Gvardiol then to Jeremy Doku. It's turned Trent Alexander-Arnold and play it across. And Foden, heavier touch. And here comes Liverpool. Turning defence into attack through Luis Diaz. Don't foul him. He's got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. That's the way. That's the way. That's better. That's a good ball from Gonzalez to find Savinho. Shot here from Foden. Good block from Gravenberch. Should be cleared by Liverpool and is through Andy Robertson. Khusanov shields out Luis Diaz. He's done a real good job, Khusanov. I know I keep saying it, but I'm not just doing it to try and build up the young lad's confidence. Genuinely, I think he's refreshing it at the back. I would be delighted to have 4 Khusanovs at the back. I really would. I think our defence would be so much better with 4 Khusanovs at the back. His defending's a breath of fresh air. He goes on the right-hand side, but he can play at centre-back. And I just feel like he gives City something that we've just never really had. He's strong, he's aggressive, he's quick. He's the kind of player that, 4 or 5 years down the line, you could build your defence around him. Peter, welcome back. And welcome everybody for tuning in as well. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up, do subscribe, and do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. What should we set the like goal to now? I think we're 120. Let's go 120. Here's Doku then to Nico. To Rico. Here's Savinho. He looks good, Savinho. He's just... He might just look a bit jaded because he's just been isolated out of the game. Should be cut off this by City. They want handball, Liverpool, but they say no. Graham, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. First time on here as well. I do hope you enjoy your first time here. Here's Omar Marmoush. There's a heavier touch from Marmoush, and it's good work from Mo Salah, his Egyptian counterpart. He will be surrounded out and City will get the ball back. Rico Lewis is in acres of space. Look up, Nathan. Look up. He's not looked up. Look up. Good grief. Not once does he look up. Not once. City have got 2-3 players on the right-hand side, all in space, and they're obsessed with moving it to the left. Obsessed. Here's Savinho to Doku. He gets it through the legs of Kanate into the keeper. They're obsessed with going down the left. They're obsessed. John, I do reckon Jack will go. He's not getting the game time that he needs, and I'm not too sure he's of the quality that City are looking for. I spoke before about the transition that City are going to go through, the kind of players that they need, aggressive players, quick players, players who do a lot of running, and Jack Grealish, he's a very technically gifted player. He's a very slow player. He'll slow City down. And so I don't think where City are going to go with this transition, I don't think Jack will be of the quality that we're looking for. I think if a good offer comes in from somewhere for Jack, I could see him potentially leaving. I'm not too sure where. The Pleasure Dome. Normally it is. Normally it is, Julia. Might not be today. But normally it is. We do normally have a good time here. I've still had a good time on this stream. This result doesn't surprise me. Liverpool are going to take their opportunity here to make a couple of subs. You see, this is where City now, Liverpool are going to be taking off a couple of very good players. You're going to see Tsimikas come on and Endo come on. And I think this is where City now have to... So Andy Robertson's going to come off. That'll see Tsimikas go to the left-hand side. Now, City, you've got to be thinking it might be fresh legs going in on the left-hand side, but you're looking at a player here who's not fully up to speed with the pace of the game. Got to try and capitalise on that. Endo's going to come on for Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones will be a bit frustrated that his goal got ruled out, because I don't actually think Curtis Jones has had a bad game today for Liverpool. I think this is just Liverpool's way of just trying to shore up at the back a little bit. This is where I want to see City now just take the risks. God, a bit slow at the moment, City. Now, City could just grab a goal. Van Dijk's headed that clear. He needs someone to speak to him there. Needlessly given to City there. Here's Savinho. Can City punish that little mistake? Rico Lewis. It's not sitting right. Nico. Oh, it's a good ball. Savinho. Just go first time. He does! Oh, side netting. Better from Manchester City. Better. Oh. Lovely ball from Nico. A good ball from Savinho. Van Dijk just nearly deals with the pressure. Rico Lewis, rather than going for goal, I think it'd have been better just trying to get his foot round it and cutting it across. But yeah, anyway, his salary should be defended out here by Ake. Although Salah's done well to get it back. Gets a shot away and good save there from Eddie. So Manchester City then need a goal. It would be quite an interesting finish if they can get a goal, because it's going to force Liverpool to say, we want the 3 points, we're going to sit tight, and you got 15 minutes to try and have a barrage at the goal. Here's Marmoush. Not really found a way to get Marmoush involved in this game at the moment. Work to the left. They're obsessed with going to the left. They're obsessed. Gundogan's going to come on. Then fresh 34-year-old legs. Here's James McAtee then to Marmoush. He never stops trying, Omar Marmoush. And I like that. He's got a good attitude. I'm left frustrated because I'm left thinking what could be if we'd had Erling Haaland available. To give him Marmoush so much more space. So much more space. Here's Doku to the byline. Cuts one across. Cleared. Corner. A corner. We've got a corner. Yes. We're not going to do anything from the corner, but we've got a corner. Here's Doku. Plays it to Foden. I can't wait, guys, to not score. Here's Rico Lewis. It's a good ball to Doku, who's just going to come out and play for a goal kick. Ah! Right. 3 subs. Ruben Dias, Ilkay Gundogan, and Mateo Kovacic. Interesting, but Marmoush comes off. I presume that's for Gundogan. No, Liverpool's not scored against. 2-0 still. Nathan Ake is going to come off for Ruben Dias. So Ruben Dias is clearly fit. I just think City are choosing to rotate. Nico Gonzalez is also going to come off, and that's going to see Kova come on. Yeah, no, still 2-0. It's not 3-0. It's still 2-0. I don't think Liverpool will be in any rush. They'll just try and come forward on the counter-attack. If City give them an opportunity, they'll take it. But I don't think Liverpool are trying to... They're not exactly peppering the City goal. They're not trying to force a goal. And Liverpool are... It's all too comfortable. It's easy for them. Cody Gakpo going to come on for Liverpool. More a case of just come back from injury. We'll give him 12 minutes, see how he gets on here. It's going to be Luis Diaz. He's not really done much today, Luis Diaz. Thought he would have. I think if I would have had a bet today on Liverpool players scoring, I'd have put my money had probably been on Luis Diaz. I think City had looked to have tried to sit tight to Mo Salah that if he's not going to score, then Luis Diaz would be the other option. He's had a bit of a quiet game. Yeah. That's been a bit of a frustrating game, I think, but here we are. Here's Kovacic to Rico Lewis, then to Khusanov. My bright spark, Cody Khusanov. Graham says, who am I want? If we get to the FA Cup final, it's a big if, isn't it? We'll play like this, we're not getting to the FA Cup final. I don't want a Manchester Derby FA Cup final again. Never had any, and then we've had 2 in the last 2 years, and I don't want a third, to be honest. I think one of the teams I've been most impressed with this season has been AFC Bournemouth. And if we were to get to the Cup final, I feel like Bournemouth deserve to have something to show for their season, as did Nottingham Forest, to be honest. To be honest, if we were to get to the FA Cup final, I want it to be as easy as possible. Normally I'd be rubbing my hands at a Manchester Derby one, but not... I'm quite happy to have United for a quarter-final or a semi-final rather than the final. It's a poor pass, that, from McAtee looking for Savinho. Yeah, I think Forest or Bournemouth. Mainly because I'd be thinking to myself, if City lose the final, losing to United is not a good feeling. At least with Forest and Bournemouth, I can look at it and say they've had really good seasons. And whilst I'm really disappointed City haven't won it, you know, I'm happy that they've had something to show for what has been a fantastic season. And Bournemouth have been brilliant. Forest have had an outstanding season. They are just starting to peter off now. So the big question coming up now is, can they sustain it? Can they continue to scrap and scrape when things aren't so easy? It's what Man City are doing. This is back-to-back losses in consecutive games. It's 3 losses in 4. It's not good form, but then 3 losses are against 2 of Europe's very, very best. Thankfully, week in, week out, we don't have to play Europe's biggest and best. But it's not going to be an easy game Wednesday against Spurs. And I feel like that's a really big game for City. The kind of game that Man City can go to, I nearly called it White Hart Lane, they go to Spurs' new stadium and win. I don't like their name. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Just a bit of a mouthful. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs Stadium. White Hart Lane flowed very nicely, White Hart Lane. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Surprised they've not gone down the sponsor route. They probably would have been better going down the sponsor route, to be honest. It's one of them stadiums that looks like a sponsored stadium. Oh, my word. City have just played a forward pass. It's come off the back of Kovacic. It's Khusanov. Of course it's Khusanov there, sliding in to stop Szoboszlai having a brace and making it 3. That's comical from Manchester City. Absolutely comical. That's outstanding defending from Khusanov. You want a JSGC Man City man of the match? It's going to have to be Khusanov. Absolutely outstanding. If we'd not brought Khusanov in, I'd be quite scared about how bad City would be. It's not very pretty. Anyway, corner for Liverpool. I'm surprised they've committed so many players forward, because the danger is there could be a counter-attack if City defend it properly. Salah probably should have let that one go. He doesn't. He's hooked it back in, and City are now going to try and come forward and look for that counter-attack. Josko Gvardiol plays a long ball forward. Tsimikas gets his foot onto it. And City want a back pass to Alisson. Referee says play on. I don't think he's looking to play a pass back, so I don't think it's a back pass for me. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think he's purposefully looking for the pass to Alisson there. He's just trying to put his foot onto it. Here's Josko Gvardiol in a foot race with Mo Salah. He'll win that foot race. Should have gone with the pass back to Ederson. He's just going to pass it up line to give the ball away. Should have gone back to Eddie there. John, it shouldn't be too long before we see Echeverry around the first team, actually. I think he'll be linking up with City very soon. Possibly even next week. So, I think City will give him 3 or 4 weeks to try and get up to speed with things. And we might see him actually get some minutes before the end of the season, which would be nice. For April and May. That's a poor giveaway there from Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold's had his best game for Liverpool today. City haven't found any way of exposing that. That'll be a throw-in for City then. 5 minutes to go. This is as frustrating as the Madrid game. I remember saying to you guys, I don't mind City losing. Have a pop. Have a go. Do your best. Liverpool are going to win. Let them know they've been through a battle. They haven't been through a battle. They've won because City haven't had enough. Yeah, same with the Madrid game. Adrian, he's carrying a little knock. So I think City will just want to nurse it, but yeah, I just give him 4 weeks. 4 weeks recovery time. After the international break, link back up again and take it from there. See you in April and May if we can get in some minutes. That's what I'd be doing. Poor giveaway from City. One knock forward from Liverpool. It's an inaccurate knock forward. Otherwise, Mo Salah could have been in. I tell you what, Spurs will have been watching this. I think they've won the last 4 games, and they'll be rubbing their hands playing this on Wednesday. I think that game kicks off at 7:30. I'm not too sure about why it's such a strange kick-off time. Does mean there'll be a live stream on Wednesday, though, for you guys to enjoy at 7 p.m. GMT. Back for another live watch-along for you guys to enjoy. And we'll be live streaming again next weekend as well for the City game against Plymouth. As things stand. Oh, poor touch there from Doku. Probably sums up City's second half there. Just not quite there. Thank you very much, Peter. Much appreciated. I'm sure a lot of the JSGC regulars will be there, and it'll be great to do another live stream. It'll be good for City just to try and get back to winning ways. You know, a result at Tottenham Hotspur's stadium's the kind of result that you need just to turn things around for the season. At the moment, we're just we're going through the motions, and I feel like we're sitting in a top 4 position because the teams around are just too inconsistent. Anyway, here's Savinho. What I don't want to see City do is rush Erling Haaland back. If he's not fit, he's not fit. Let him have the Spurs game off. It might be another bad result. We shouldn't be needing Erling Haaland to try and get a result against Plymouth and then see if we can get Haaland back for the match against Nottingham Forest on the 8th of March. And as I said, by the time we get to the 8th of March, we're playing once a week. I mean, Plymouth will be rubbing their hands playing this. I'd be rubbing my hands if I was an opponent playing City. It's a good time to be playing Man City right now, isn't it? Every team wants to play Man City right now. They're a wounded animal. We've just got to try and focus on the fitness of the players, get the players back. City might not be able to compete with the likes of Madrid and Liverpool, but I'm very confident that City get everybody back bar Rodri, and we can compete with the likes of Forest and Brighton and Bournemouth and everybody. Thank you very much, Graham. It'd be much appreciated if you can. No worries if not. It's a bit of a strange kick-off time. It makes a very tight turnaround with work and everything at 7:30. I know TNT Sports have picked up all the games for the midweek game, so just to try and, for viewing reasons, they're just making the kickoff times different. Here's Doku. It's just one touch too many. All too easy this for Liverpool. All too easy. Salah under pressure. A heavier touch there from Salah. Interested Gundogan on Mac Allister and given away from Liverpool. You see, when we saw David Mabama against Salford City, he looked pretty good. I wonder if City might be tempted to give Mabama a loan next season. Here's Doku. Can we get a goal? Just a goal. Just, you know, we could look at it and say we lost by just 1. You know, just something. A reward for the fans who have had to sit there in the cold, wet conditions. Something to celebrate. Something. Ugh. Anyway, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We're nearly at 110 likes now, guys. So any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe. Do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. I'll be honest, guys. I'm losing motivation now. I'm going through the motions. I need the full-time whistle. Mo Salah getting the man of the match for Liverpool. I see it. I think my man of the match would be Szoboszlai. I think he's been the difference for me, sitting behind the attackers and the striker. I think Curtis Jones had a good game. Salah's done what Salah's needed to do, so I can see why he's got the man of the match. But even be tempted to have a look at Konate and Van Dijk. Done a brilliant job keeping the City attackers quiet. Yeah, Liverpool have just been better, far better, and they're going to get 3 points. They're going to win the Premier League. It's it's as simple as that. Quansah comes on for Alexander-Arnold, and Harvey Elliott comes on for Mo Salah. I know it's been a bad game of football. It's hard to compete with Liverpool. They're a good team. I just think with how we play, it's suited them. We've not had the quality to cause them the problems. Peter, I'm happy. That's the thing that we can take away from this. More or less just cements that Arsenal aren't winning the Premier League, and for their antics and all the stay humble and wanting to try and be over emotional and getting everybody's head. It's Liverpool that are cruising to the Premier League title because they've been far more professional than Arsenal. They're not over emotional. They're simply just absorbing and taking things game at a time, proving that they've got the quality on the pitch to do the job. And for me, best team in the Premier League for this season, and they'll win the Premier League. Keep a clean sheet here at the Etihad. Scored a couple of goals, but a bit easy for Liverpool today. Yeah, they've dealt with these difficult games that they've had. They've been under pressure. Arsenal haven't turned up when they've needed to get Liverpool under pressure, and they've done what they've needed to do, and that's exactly what champions do. We know it. We know what it takes to be champions, and Liverpool have done to Man City what Man City do to so many. So, yeah, Liverpool will be champions. And we've turned our attentions back again to our target for the season, try and get in that top 4. It's just unfortunate we've not managed to make some progress on the league, capitalise on some drop points for the teams around us this weekend. And Nottingham Forest lost, could have gone third with a win today. We've not managed to make it work. It'd be nice for City to get a goal, but here come Liverpool on the counter attack. It doesn't look like we're gonna get a goal today. Liverpool could finish with a flourish here. A good bit of defending from Ruben Dias. Tsimikas gets a second go at it. Again, not a very good ball. And City should get it clear. Maybe City might get a bit of a counter-attack here. Gundogan looks to try and thread a pass through, looking for Doku. And it's just not been there. Right, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up on the video. We're aiming for 120 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe. Social media links are in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. And do check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. And we'll be back again on Wednesday. Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester City live at 7 PM GMT. So I will see you for that one. Just waiting for the full-time whistle. I'll roll my SofaScore video. Upon the full-time whistle, we'll end the stream and I'll have my match reaction out for you guys within the hour. You know the drill. Ball comes forward there from Liverpool. That should end the game. No, I don't really get why we're continuing. Oh, we might even score. We might be in here. Oh, Doku's got no end product, so we're not in. Should be a free kick. Referee says no. It's either a free kick that or a dive. It's not going to be a free kick for City. It should be a free kick for Liverpool. It's not going to matter because the referee's going to blow the full-time whistle and Liverpool pick up a big 3 points to win this game by 2-0 and Manchester City left with even more to ponder. So, go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy. See you Wednesday. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.